Hello? Get better, please. We'll see if this is better. It seems to be better for the moment. I don't think it's gonna be better. We were Canada's problem, and now we're New York's problem. Hi, Zeno. Oh, you're purring so loud. There is a strange man behind me. He is real, I promise. Hello, strange man. Aw, this man is not strange. He perfect. Okay.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I love this visual. I love video games and their art. How it draws your eyes. I love this. I love this so much. Oh, that's so far from now, Chloe. Bummer.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I feel like we should vote for where I go next.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Oh shit. We're dropping frames bad now.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly. And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Hey, there's a wall here. Okay, so I am in a box. Oh boy, I am very, very far in the future. I have made it worse.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Did I accidentally stumble on the final ending, like, first? Did I accidentally do that? This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Yeah, those windows don't have glass on them. Well, I guess none of them do. I thought this one looked like it had glass, but it doesn't. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. After having played The Witness, I'm a little less excited by this, I find. I felt so disrespected as a game player that now this is almost making me reverberate with that same disrespect. Credits! These are screenshots of the Stanley Parable HD remix. Am I going crazy? Maybe it isn't the same image. Was that clock there before? I don't remember. How do I go back? Can you check for me? Oh, The Witness was, I finished... Well, I stopped playing it on stream because it got too hard for me and I couldn't figure out the puzzles. But then I cheated, and... It, was this, like, behind the scenes, get into the minds of the artistic creator thing that sucked. Sucked. Hi, Mr. Narrator Guy. I have a question for you, sir, and it is, what is your message for today? Sincerely, Harris. After the second trailer was set out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these in further promotional material, we never found a perfect use for them. Here are a selection of those emails. Congratulations! In line with our previous announcement email regarding the ongoing promotion, here's the result. Oh, okay. I'm not going to sit through watching these. We probably shouldn't have come here first. This is probably the wrong place to come here first. Oh yeah, no, it got so hard. The end was so hard. The Zending. I don't really want to be here because it's showing me things that I have forgotten. We ran 4 major teaser trailers over the course of the game's development, each meant to convey something about the spirit of the game. Also, this is, like, less impactful if you haven't experienced another ending first. I really fucked up, didn't I? I didn't mean to succeed quite so quickly. So I'm gonna go.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Squish! Yeah, I loved... God, I'm so annoyed by The Witness because I loved it. In the beginning, I fucking loved it. I loved the teaching. I loved the puzzles. Oh, are you gonna make me actually... There we go. The way that you were taught how to solve the puzzles was, I thought, brilliant. But yeah, the preachy end was just so insulting. So fucking insulting. I have played Getting Over It, though I haven't played it very long. We played it for an hour or two, I think. Oh. Shit, how do I get out now? No. Uh-oh. Well, shit. Okay, fine.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Oh, no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
I did really like the commentary of getting over it. The gameplay was just hard.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
We should probably keep track of what we're doing. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast. Money. Extreme bathrooms. Indoors monthly. Business strategy. Shoot pandas right in the face. Shapes. Okay. Sorry, guys. It seems like New York isn't being any better to us than Canada is. Bad red number is starting to go down. I promise you, it is starting to go down. It's still unfortunately at like 50%, so... But it is going down. Where are we going? I'm jinxing it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I guess we don't get to go anywhere.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Yeah, speedrunning is one ending, yes. Jazzervator.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Those are numbers.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building,
God.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I feel like looking at one specifically is something, but I don't have any idea. Take care, Annie-chan. Thanks for hanging out.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Oh boy.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
I know.
It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I definitely should have died a couple times first. I can't read that.
And when at last he found the source of
Hey,
the
Infinity.
room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes.
No, not
He
my
had
first.
won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
I definitely think that I should have followed my impulses, my natural impulses, and ignored the narrator a little bit more. I feel like the game is better that way. I definitely forgot all of the end parts. I don't have any recollection of this, so I'm a little regretful that we found it so quickly. Yeah, Portal, but really meta. I know! Hi, Raven.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
No, this isn't a remake. This is the original. Okay, so then that's 2. Guess, maybe I should start keeping track. Guess I don't know all the endings or how to achieve all the endings. I feel like a couple of them are a little bit pain in the assy. So what was the other one that we achieved? Escape? Smush? No, Zeno. Hey, Drazar. 17 more to go. Let's start being contrary. Oh, it was so good. No! Fuck!
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
We went to... Alright, I'm not gonna have that happen again. 3. Office. we went to a cabin in the middle of nowhere somewhere in western Pennsylvania for a week. It was blessed. It was wonderful. I was so calm. I feel so much better. I was so burnt out, guys. Oh my gosh. And I feel so much better now.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
I remember you can get out of these windows, but I don't remember how. I thought you could jump. Maybe it was in the other room. It still unfortunately had Wi-Fi that was good enough for us to take 2 Zoom calls. Bummer, but it was great. It was really great. I haven't had the opportunity to be bored in so long, and this has been so stupidly stressful, you know, because I haven't had a normal 9-to-5 job to go to, so I felt guilty about that. So I felt like, well, if I'm going to have the opportunity to sit here and do nothing but stream, I better fucking focus on it, because I'm never going to have an opportunity like this again, so I got to put everything I've got into it, and then, you know, I end up sitting at the computer all day and don't have any sort of structure about what is work day and what is not work day, so that was just going for week after week after week after week, and, got to be a lot. Side note,
Stanley
I think we're...
stood for a long time in one spot. It's part of the game. He likes to see how long he can go without dying.
I also
so
love
far,
to do
he's
that.
doing excellent. And if he just stays right where he is, I'm sure he'll keep up that good momentum. Let's observe the genius at work.
Oh, Lord. I think I'm also going to cut down our embroidery streams to once a week as opposed to twice. I don't know what that's going to mean for the actual work that we're doing, but I think that'll also help with my overwhelming burnout. Oh. Shit, this is the wrong room. Gotta be this one, but how? Ah, there it is. Ah!
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one.
I know.
So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Oops. I don't actually... does window no and window yes count as two separate endings? That's voiceover? Okay, so we're on 3 now. Or 4 now. Keep trying to input into that computer? Okay.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
Yeah, real question on the window. 2 endings? Alright, let's do the other window.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. Yes. You too will become quite unbearable.
Okay, fine. I don't think I have to sit through that longer. I don't think. Hey, Static! And hey, Boxy! I hope you're going to share. Alright, what number are we? 427?
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
I don't remember. I don't think I ever got the computer input. Oh. Oh, I think it's just another input every time. Okay, never mind. Unbearable. Thank you. You know, you're on my desk.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, let's, I guess escape before we get squished. Nah, it's not really harder. Nothing is really harder. Because all of the motions are, like, flat palm, so it doesn't really make a difference. E is harder, because I have to bend the wrist. Q. X is hard anyway, but that's just because of the carpal
Stanley
tunnel.
just stood there doing nothing at all. He seems to think I have nothing better to do with my time than to sit around and describe every fascinating little detail, yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Wow.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. That's different. I guess let's try the elevator again. Ooh, that sucks, Aaron. From what I've heard, the carpal tunnel surgery is very easy as surgery goes. Oh yeah, that sucks. Like, this is the way I've always been, so that's the way I'm supposed to be, right? But, yeah, Grid's mom had the surgery, both hands done a long time ago, and she said it was very not a big deal, which makes me feel better because that was done a long time ago.
The manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor, he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour. But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could it mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future? Alas, it was not. For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, it had been assigned a 4-digit code so devious and so random that no man could ever hope to guess it. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy.
Graduate, thank you so much for the follow, 2 months. Oh my goodness, for the follow for 2 months. Thank you so much. Hello. Oh, we've got calming new age
Feeling
music.
soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the open
for the words. Well, you are certainly not getting your money's worth if that's for the words. Thank you so much. God, I hope they never remake Portal. It won't be right. I just don't want it. Ugh. Okay, VR re-release,
Stanley walked straight
okay.
ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Yeah, and I don't like any of those either. I just don't want...
The
You know,
door
it's
behind him
perfect.
was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I don't want it. I wish I could
At
run.
this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
I feel like turning around here is also an ending. Question mark? You know what?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Thank you.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start? Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
See, all I could think of
Can you see?
upon reading
Can you
Violently
see
Crushed
how
was
much they
the
need one another?
Resident Evil vampire
No.
lady.
Perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path.
Do I have to exit out of the entire game? Tried it just for fun. Dino, stop eating my hair. Unless you have a bank
This
account.
is the story of a man named... All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Stop.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Maybe I shouldn't have quit. I wonder what the broom
When
closet's
Stanley
gonna look
came
like
to
now.
a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Ah, shit, I
and
did forget the
Stanley knew
computer
it
input.
perfectly
Damn it.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of the cargo lift. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not sure. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
All right, so I think that's 7. Oh, thank you. A, B, C, D. Oh, wait, we're gonna get locked in our room again. D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Sorry, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Thank you. You are a bastard man! Say it! Say that you are a bastard man.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Maybe I shouldn't have quit. Ah, fuck, I forgot the computer input again, didn't I? Oh, damn it. Four
No matter
hours?
how
Okay.
hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Maybe that's something I can do tomorrow, on Tuesday.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Zeno is now headbutting my hand, the one on the mouse.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Don't sass me!
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Do not stand on this side of fence. Oh, we never went down the stairs. I forgot.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Nope, we haven't done the phone yet.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
I believe this is the first thing I did. I believe I didn't listen to the narrator aggressively. Well, that's a lie. I'm actually pretty sure my first ending was jumping off the lift.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Only the worst 3% of players chose the blue door. Oh. Beautiful. Friends list empty. Mwah, mwah, mwah. 98.9% of players are more attractive than Stanley.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right. and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
Right.
So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to
Right.
make sure it's effective?
Okay,
Be sure
so-
to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Can that be automated? Can you can probably nice.
Well, Stanley, is this
I
any
remember
better?
this.
At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough?
God, look at those textures.
Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete.
Newbie, oh my
I
goodness,
need
thank
to
you so
stand.
much for that
Look at it.
resub.
Gaze
Oh gosh,
upon
hang
my
on, I
work
got my
of
stuff
art
all
and
out
feel
of whack.
ashamed
I
at
can't
your
even tell how
own
many months it's
inadequacy.
been.
Thank you for
Hello,
helping us
Raiders!
help you
But you've
help
only
us
seen
all.
it from the outside.
Oh my goodness, thank
You've
you so
only
much for the
gotten
raid. Oh gosh. Hold on, my thing is down.
and
Here we
make
go.
yourself
Newbie, thank you so
comfortable.
much for 16 months. Zeno, stop trying to push my thing out of the way. You're so needy. Why are you this way? But anyway, hello Raiders. I hope you're all doing okay. Yeah, we're playing Minecraft, in case you didn't know. Come on. Come on. Ooh. Did you double subs? That's awesome. Thank you. I'm confused why that went twice, but I'll take it. Zeno, you gotta not. You can't do this. You've gotta stay here and relax. What time is it? Grid, is it dinner time yet? Oh man. Zeno. All right, well now you're gonna get down. There we go. You can have the kitty. All you. Man, look at that bright green. You can't fit through the door. Oh,
Isn't
there
it
we go.
Grand. Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
It's time to go mining, friends. Yep, first night dirt hut. Yep. I hope the zombies don't get me.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark.
God,
You
look at
brought a
these
light?
textures.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Yeah, Farlands or bust. Let's go. Hey, Sarah. Oh yeah, we got it redone and a whole bunch of it chopped off.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love
Oh my god,
it.
I forgot about this part.
You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
I don't have my reticle.
Oh,
I know, right?
it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte. Genius. No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty.
No.
I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience.
I love this aesthetic so much. Definitely pretty dark. Oh, Grid's gonna fix it in OBS. Fix. Thanks, Grid. What are you eating? Oh, a cookie? It's steak night, Grid. Take care, Axel. Thanks for hanging out. Good to see y'all again. I say y'all like you are several people. Grid is everywhere and nowhere all at once. 3 raccoons in a trench coat. I got it. Not you. What are you doing nodding? Are you 3 raccoons in a trench coat? I like you. I want to go in there. Oh.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
You know,
I can wait.
disappointingly, the cookies suck. I keep trying to... Alright, so, Wegmans. Everybody in the world is like, Wegmans is the best grocery store in the world. And then I finally went to a Wegmans and I was like, nah, whatever. You know, we're starting to get Market 3032 and Hannaford around here are starting to get refinished and they look great and they have ready to go food and they've got sandwiches and shit. So I walked into Wegmans and I was happy but underwhelmed. But like, yeah, this is what I expect out of a grocery store. But shit, their bakery department, I bought a box of Wegmans cookies and they were like awesome. And that's what Grid says. That's how Grid says they get you. They hook you on like one store brand item and then you can't stop thinking about Wegmans. So now I just keep thinking about Wegmans cookies and I keep buying them from Price Chopper and they just keep not being the same. And that box was stale when we bought them, which is a bummer. Yeah, Wegmans is overrated. You're right. Oh, yeah, I won't forget the computer input. Oh, it's dark now. So I think we're on 8 endings? Oh, I guess I can't do a computer input.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Hey, Gigi, thank you. Fine, I'm always looking for compliments. Must feed the
Yet there was not a
narcissism.
single person here either. Feeling
Hence-
a wave
hence
of
the streaming.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might... Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around.
Do we have to
and
do
got
the broom
back on
closet? I
track.
thought you died in the broom closet. I thought there was a death in the broom closet.
There's an ending.
There was nothing here. No choice
Like, we already
to
did
make,
this, but then
no
I quit
path
the
to
game.
follow, just an empty broom closet.
Grid,
No
can you give me
reason
the
to
little
still
flat
be
pillow? I'm
here.
sorry, I forgot it. You want to see more of
It
the
was
hair?
baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet
Thank you.
FA.
Sorry.
Are you really still in
I don't
the
remember
broom
how to get the
closet?
broom closet ending.
Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm
See, we're dropping
genuinely
frames again.
confused.
Does Twitch not like the broom closet ending? Fuck you, Twitch. I just got back to the present.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason.
Do I just
for
have to sit
exploring it
here
find
now,
out.
or do I have to
But it
come
didn't
back?
even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story.
This actually didn't take as long as it took the first
whatsoever.
time.
I
This
never
took
would have thought to mention it.
6 hours? First time took 8 hours, but I had hair down to my belts, and we were
Maybe to
bleaching it.
you,
This time we
is
didn't bleach
somehow
it.
Its own branching path.
'Kay.
Maybe
All right.
when you go talk
We're just
about
gonna
this
hang
with
out.
your
We're hanging out
friends,
here.
you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite."
She didn't
I
even
hope
bleach
your
the roots
friends
this time.
find
She
this
just slapped
concerning.
some more color on top of it, which I thought was awesome because I didn't want to sit in the chair forever.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Sure am. And blackjack.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible
Well, yeah, the
thing is to
bleach
alert
and then the
someone
toner
nearby
takes forever.
So as to ensure that your body is
My
taken
girl
care
is
of
really good
before
at
it begins to
painting,
decompose.
so that went pretty quickly.
Hello?
But
Anyone
it
who
still
happens
was,
to be
you know, a chunk
nearby,
of time. But
the
man,
person at this computer is
cooking under the
dead.
bleach and then cooking
He
under the
or
toner
she
takes
has fallen
forever.
prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term
Oh yeah, I had
sustainability
no
of your
idea.
species.
No concept.
Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer.
Sorry,
making sure
anybody
they
who got here
understand
a little bit
basic
later. We already sat through this, so that's why I'm
first-person
talking
video
over it
game
this time.
mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony
Oh, is that
and
what we have to do?
insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Is that it? We have to leave and come back? I was really happy that I didn't have to bleach this time because it hurts and I'm a baby.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Oh, he's definitely condescending. Yeah, absolutely. My stylist recently partnered with a new company for hair extensions, and she was talking to me about hair extensions. And she wasn't like trying to sell me on them or anything, but we were talking about them as she's cutting like 8 inches off of my hair, and I'm like, I cannot comprehend putting hair extensions in my hair. My whole life, all I've wanted was less hair. That's the ending? Ah. Bummer. I guess I thought you died in there.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I have closed the door. I guess I didn't as player 2. Yeah, it would be great if you could just decide, oh, well, I mean, that's what wigs are for. Honestly, that's the answer. That's what wigs are for, and wigs are awesome. I don't want your hair. I wanted less hair.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Waifu Parable. Oh, shit.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
There we go.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Well, I think that was 9. I don't think I can interact with this computer.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
I'd like to get all the endings except the one that you have to sit and play for 4 hours. I might need your help. Because I remember the telephone ending, I think, being very hard. You had to do a bunch of specific things, and I don't remember what they were. At least, I think I remember that. Oh, I thought there were 19.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime,
baby fire one.
a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, you know, we didn't go this way.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left. Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way. No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Okay. So there was 10. That was confusion.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Is it the inputs on the computer and then you get the phone?
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story. I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
God damn it. Was that an ending?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, I don't see the input anymore. Did I screw it up? I think I screwed it up because I think I missed it once. Okay.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
It's all good. As long as you guys are keeping track, I don't care.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
What's the game with the murders and the painting?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be
Layers
doing...
of Fear.
How
Yeah.
about this? You win!
Yay!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
And,
no.
Gigi, I believe you.
I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right.
Absolutely
I've got a
did.
solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that? No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on. You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay, now if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Take care, Glendandra. Thanks for stopping in.
cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
I remember being so excited when I could finally go in this room.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Oh boy.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Whoa. Oh no, I don't even know how to get
Now,
super glue off.
Yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path.
Other than
a
picking
new
off
story.
my
Well, it
skin,
could
which
be
I do
anything.
enjoy.
What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Oh, it actually let me come back. I wasn't expecting that. Wonder if it'll let me go all the way back. I don't know if peanut butter will work for dried glue, though.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine. Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay.
No.
So I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin.
Oh,
So
Lord.
starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
The confusing ending.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending.
Wow.
You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, 8 times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Okay, I'm awake. I'm paying attention. All right. Okay, what haven't we done?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Thank you. I was really happy the second door didn't open in that one, because that would have been a really long one to redo. So I still haven't gotten to 4 inputs. That's bugging me.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness.
Is there something in here?
Then the feeling went away, and he felt sad again. Then it came back, and lingered for a minute or two. Now it's only half there. Just a kind of, tingle. Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at... But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
I can get down there. I don't think so.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
Ouch.
I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something.
I can't
Come
move.
inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Fine.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful.
That's beautiful,
And
Proto.
each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. and I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
What?
Nothing. What'd you just do?
He told me to please die, and then I died.
Face punch.
Ah. Yeah, I remember. I had to be told this, but I remember. Thanks. The chair's in a different spot. That's interesting.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Was that a room also? Huh.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What have we not gotten? I don't know what we haven't done. Should we just go back and not answer the
This was not the correct
phone?
way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it
Yeah,
this
actual
room?
question.
A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly, truly, deeply, madly love.
Yeah, I've hit my like.
Yes, really, really worth it being
There is
here
another
in
one with the
room.
phone. Okay, yeah.
A room
Everything
so
that
utterly
I
captivate, but eager to
know
get back to
or
business,
consider
Stanley
has
took the
been
first open door on his left.
explored. So
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on
yeah.
the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
The red
I
door.
realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone. As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
I'm so excited.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack." Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
The forklift certification is the only thing that I think would...
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
I see.
Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Man, I want a drafting table.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late. Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
Oh, come on.
I have to.
Let me get up there. Ah, fuck.
I'm still here in this pile of rubbish, with you, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
Oh shit, did I just make it? Oh no, we're okay.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
Okay, that seems the
same. I'm quite
same.
sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Are you really going to make me do it?
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Is this like Skyward's... No, is this like, Spirit Tracks?
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't
Do I have to have a
mishear me, did
microphone
you?
connected?
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step. Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
Yeah, me too.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Beautiful. There we go. All right.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Let's see, what else haven't we done? I guess the red door.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
How do we
he
get
entered
there?
the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
God, I forgot how to
Perhaps
get to
he
the
wanted
red door.
Stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Is it down the lift? No.
The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too majestic, like a combination of a much smaller version and a much larger version of this exact room. It all made Stanley uncomfortable, and he started to bleed a little. This made him but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing
I don't think I
but
can get
you
down there.
all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Oh, that's on
Someone
the
you've
catwalk?
forgotten about.
Is it? Is it really?
Please,
I went to the catwalk.
Stop trying to make... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero
Oh,
consideration
well, of course
for
I went
others?
there
Are
because
you
we already
that
did have
convinced that I
it.
want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Okay.
Look, let me prove it. Let me prove
There's
that
too
I'm
many
on your
trails. I keep
side.
losing track.
Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you. What do we want? What are we looking for? Wait, where are you going? Oh no, stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing. No! Oh, thank God. No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you... My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
I love that they made you do it over and over and over. Okay, what's next?
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct? Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Still don't have an input.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh shit, I don't remember what the number was either. Alright, which way? Zending, I like that. Oh, right. There's more buttons down there. Yeah, I remember.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
I forgot what the number was.
What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the
I don't remember what
code
888888888. I don't remember what that
he stepped into the
achievement.
newly
I know we don't
opened
have it,
passageway.
but I don't know how to get it. $13.37.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all. Oh, Stanley, You didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself? Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
I knew I should have looked
What's that?
beforehand.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are
I don't remember
precious
how to do
additional
this.
seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Perfect. Okay.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. When Stanley came to
Hey,
a set
yeah,
of two
no,
open
5
doors,
years.
he entered the door on his
We
left.
got the 5-year Chibi. I was so worried that we weren't gonna get it.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
stop.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office,
interesting.
hoping he might find an answer there.
That is really interesting.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked
I was
upstairs to
curious.
his
I was
boss's
pretty sure that
office.
that was the case because it didn't seem, it seemed very scripted. But okay, so we have to go in and then come back out. Wait, should we
Stepping
enter
into
boobs?
his manager's office,
Oh shit, I can't go
Stanley
in.
was
or I
once again
can't.
stunned to
Fuck.
discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for
There we
clues to
go.
his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded
Oops,
the
crap.
terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course,
It'll make
Stanley
the
couldn't
narrator say
possibly have
something
known
different.
this.
That's interesting. I don't really want to do all of that over
By
again.
simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct
I don't want to
code
do it over
by
again. Let's just go. So I have to go
Stanley
back
knew
in and
the
then go
office
back
layout
out?
like the back of his hand.
Oh yeah,
It
I've
was only a
definitely,
matter
I've
of
gone, I
time
think
before
we've
he
done
found
every
the
other
others,
ending except
wherever
this
they
one that
were.
we're doing right now.
Just a matter
Ah,
of time.
shit. Except the 4-hour one.
When Stanley
I'm not
came
gonna sit
to a
here for
set of
4
two
hours
open
pushing the
doors,
button.
He entered the door on his left.
There's gotta be a way to automate that, right? I need this achievement.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
So like... Oh! Shit. Okay, well, I guess we have input. Oh. Oh no, that's not. Oh yeah, I haven't gotten the speedy achievement either.
The moment...
I don't think I've ever done this. Well, the doors are all open, though. Are you saying Yerp to soft locked or Yerp to new ending? Oh! New ending. Oh! Awesome, Kuroga. Good for you. Oh man, Okami's still on my list of games I haven't finished either. Oh, please don't make me go up 700 flights of stairs. It is the stairs. Yeah. For real. Sorry, if I can't see this, I'm sure you guys can't see this. Well.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Okay, we're almost to input. I'm assuming I'm gonna have to find an ending. Is there anything else I can do before... Is there anything new that I can do without, like, diving off of the lift to end us?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Oh, that's interesting.
Perhaps he wanted
Chloe.
to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. And here it was, the lounge. But eager
thought there
to
was
get
something
back to
with the
business,
snack
Stanley
machine
took
in there,
the
but maybe I'm
first
thinking
open
of
door on
Half-Life.
his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Chloe, thank you so much for that gift sub. Slimeologist, you're stuck here now. Oh crap, I missed the... I hit the wrong color. Do I have to hit all the buttons? I don't know what to do here. Oh, is there one that's different? I guess I should have looked before I started hitting them all. Oh, they're just coming back on. Oh, I panicked. I was like, oh god. Oh, you can only exit this yourself? Okay. Is there anything we missed? Other than the baby game? I am I do not care about spoilers at this moment in time. Spoil it up. Direct me.
Stanley had
I
never
did the
seen
window
the office
clip.
this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much.
Restart
that
until I
it
get a blue
was.
office. Is that how the speedrun's gonna happen? I don't know what a blue office looks like. Is this blue? No, this is gray. SB. Do I just type that? Huh. I started to play Okami. I had trouble with it. Had it on the Wii, I think. Oh boy, I don't know anything about console cheats. I don't even know how to access that. Wiki describes the office as blue-ish. This kind of feels bluish to me. Hilda? It didn't do anything.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision?
426. Which one is 426?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others. So the thought of total solitude.
This blue? This feels kind of blue. But that's 426.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Oops. Oh, this is blue.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Ah!
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, so it wasn't the office that was blue, it was the rest of the office. I misinterpreted what you said. I thought you meant like Stanley's walls were blue, but no, it's when this outside is okay. We got the whiteboard ending. Console bark? Let's see.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the
Oh,
office,
you can
but
actually
it didn't
continue.
make a
That's
single
interesting.
difference. Nor
Huh. Okay, so yeah, I'd love to see the what you guys are talking about with console commands, but I don't understand how to. Oh boy, can you walk me through that like I'm a very dumb person? Oh, Grid sounds like he's getting up. Get Grid to do it? I could just go to the bathroom now. I'm gonna stay here. I'll get out of your way.
Yeah. Game properties, yep. Well, she's even got it up, so I can't screw it up. Yeah. Launch options, desk. Right, it's just launch options console, blah, 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 yep. So as you go to properties and you just put right there.
Well,
And then you launch it.
how was I supposed to know that?
Common.
Oh.
There's the console.
Oh. Thanks, Grid. Okay.
Now you just type the whatever the cheat code was there.
It was bark, right? No. There was a
Maybe something, I don't remember what it was. Hit C.
oh, only possible in the whiteboard room? Okay.
Oh, S. Which is actually like a common.
Stanley, this is me being serious. In fact, this is my serious room. It's where I come to be serious. That table is the most serious table I could find. I looked at many, many tables, hundreds of tables. It's possible I looked at over 1,000 tables. I honestly don't know. The specific number isn't as important as the understanding that of all tables I looked at, this one is the most serious. I relate this story to impress upon you the extent to which this is the most serious room I have, which is why I brought you here. You just tried to activate server cheats, which of course runs the risk of breaking the entire game. You've got no respect for the strict order of scripted narrative events, and I just can't have that. It's time to get serious, Stanley. No jokes, no games. Outside of this room, I might be more tolerant of those things, but now we're in the room. Which is why I'm subjecting you to the most serious punishment I can think of. 100 billion trillion years standing here in the serious room. Perhaps after that, we can talk about the severity of your actions and whether you've learned anything. But until then, serious room, go.
So just do the same one again?
Whoa, did we not have the talk? Are we not in the serious room this very moment? Did I not tell you how many tables I looked through? I'm going to be conservative and say it was somewhere in the tens of thousands of tables. Any reasonable person would say I spent an absurd amount of time doing nothing but looking at tables, and I genuinely considered each one too. I took a hell of a lot of notes. I kept the notes in a different room. That room is less serious than this one.
I didn't expect this
It's
was going
more
to take
of
us 4 hours.
a notes room. Again, the point of this story is to convey how serious I feel this cheating issue is. And I'm sure you'll agree with me once you've fulfilled your new punishment. Infinity years in the serious room.
No.
I generally have trouble reading human emotions, but I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that you're devastated by this crippling new punishment. As well you should be. It's the most serious I could think of. Can you get more serious than that? No, you can't. Don't try.
Yeah, I remember reading the article and I remember thinking, like, I think it would be, I don't know. I'm sure I can follow instructions, but Is it worth it? I never really decided if it was worth it. Do I need to, like... Serious room. Oh, and then try the door, you said.
Still no effect. The problem is clearly the serious room. It isn't serious enough. That's on me, Stanley. I apologize. I'm going to the store to look through more tables. Hopefully I find one that conveys how wrong what you're doing is.
I use consoles
Now,
never.
where did I put those notes?
This is the first time. I know truly nothing. Look, I didn't have a computer. I didn't have the internet until I was like 17. So I missed all this Windows 95 fucking around shit that y'all did. Didn't get that. My mother was convinced that game disks would give the computer viruses. So, yeah, I know that... Oh, it'll cycle back through input history? Oh. Well, that's not true. Oh, that's true. Listen. Well, are we done now? Is this it? Anything else I should try in here? Okay. Link. Link, get down. Did I type it wrong? Oh, I didn't have to actually do anything else. Oh! Oh, it doesn't work on the door. That's funny. So I thought it didn't work. I still can't seem to go through walls. Okay, and Bark undoes it again. That's fun. Anything else? You got anything else? Or have we squeezed all the life out of the Stanley Parable? I'm not gonna edit config files on stream. I'll probably fuck it up and then you guys will laugh at me. Oh no, I'm so sorry, guinea pigs! Was this just open and I just like turned away? Oh, you saw it too? Okay. Oh, there's 2 more Easter eggs? Light me up. Oh shoot, we gotta do the speed run. Yeah, I did that. You don't even need to be in the file for that, you just type it. Or you don't need to be in any sort of command window for that to occur. This is Face Punch. Sorry, I just did this by myself while we were in the whiteboard. That's perfect, Gigi. Okay. Go to the catwalk in the boss's
All of his
secret
co-workers
room.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I know that, Kuroka. I remember that. Yeah, I played a little bit at the beginning.
Yet there was
but,
not a single person here either.
our Wii capture
Feeling a
isn't
wave
that
of
great.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's
Which was a
office.
bummer, 'cause I
Coming to
think-
a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
God, yeah, our
boss's
Wii
office.
capture wasn't that great, so I tried to play it on the Wii and it didn't really look as good as I wanted it to. And then I think Luna gifted it to me on the computer, but that was before I
Stepping
got
into his manager's office,
my streaming
Stanley
computer.
was once again stunned to discover not an indication
And
of any
it didn't
human
look good
life.
on the computer either.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming.
Oh boy. Secret Disco. Oh, that's the one I'm looking at. Shoot.
New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Sorry, Chloe. I feel like I've kept you. I've actively kept you awake
Descending deeper into the
with my
building,
needing to be
Stanley
steered.
realized he felt a
Don't
bit
scoot your butt
peculiar.
along the ground,
It
Link,
was
I
a
swear to God.
stirring of emotion in his
Yeah.
chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for
Okay.
long.
Staircase. Hold on. I don't want to do this wrong. Okay, we're at the boss, so we have to go to the keypad, the catwalk. Wait before going up in display room. I'm not sure. I guess I don't understand where I'm supposed to wait.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
So should I should wait here, I think. Ooh, stream Demon Souls? Nice. You do it so I don't have to. Or am I waiting past the door on that catwalk? I guess I don't understand our little chart here. Oh, in the room. Okay, sorry. Wait, go straight to the monitor room, press every button. However, after pressing the last one, do not enter the elevator. Wait 60 seconds and the doors will reopen. Okay. So I can press this.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had
60
Stanley
seconds
really been
and
under
go.
someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
God, how is it April already? What did we do? What has happened? How dare? Disco secrets. William hides the best secrets. There is no turning back. Don't touch the secrets. You never go secret. Secret, secret, secret. Secret texture. Secrets all the way. Secret Room 2014. Never give up on your dreams. Secret of the year every year. Never give up on your secrets. Every secret to you. Never go Beckrit. Go Secret Rangers. Secrets all the way. Secrets for president. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, I can't see him from this side. That's interesting. That's great. All right. Oh, we can type on the main menu. Oh, it didn't work. Is this the wrong main menu? Oh, in the credits menu. Okay. Gotcha. All right, well, that's fine. This was worth it, guys. I'm glad I got to come back to the Stanley Parable. Grid, is Fred still going? Thank you. Yeah, this was a hell of a journey. Thank you for walking me through it. I want to double check if, hold on one second. Yeah? Okay, you wanna hit that then as soon as I'm good? I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight. I'm gonna send you to Mr. Fretwell, who is streaming his 2000th stream. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out with me after vacation. It's fantastic. And thank you guys for dragging me through this by the nose to make sure I didn't miss anything. I will see you guys tomorrow, and we're going to start Hellblade. Everybody have a good one. See ya.